Hello and welcome to Im's Running. So today's run is going to be a 45 to 50 mile run. I've just left my house and I'm now running to Christchurch train station. So that's about a mile-and-a-half jog, where I'll then get the train to Weymouth and then run all the way home, which will be about 35 to 40 miles along the southwest coast path, where I'll get the chain ferry from Studland to Sandbanks and then another 10 miles along the seafront back home. So I'm feeling good, the sun's shining, should be a lovely day. It begins. We're in the first mile of what is, I think, going to be about 45 to 50 miles. Just running along Weymouth promenade at the moment. It's a bit chilly, but I mean, look at that sun. It is going to be a scorcher, I think, today. Not a cloud in the sky. Yeah, it's a perfect day for it. And I am going that way. So I'm going to be heading east now, hugging the sea, with the sea on my right hand side for the next maybe 9 or 10 or more hours. This is my favourite stretch of coast. I mean, I'm a bit biased as it's my local stretch of coast path, but running along this stretch, you just can't help but be happy. We go through some iconic places such as Lulworth Cove, Durdle Door, Kimmeridge, Swanage, and then 10 miles across Bournemouth and Pool Promenade as well. I'm super excited. Hopefully I can get some good footage along the way. That's the first 2.5 miles done. I've just come from that way and I'm now on the trails, so it's pretty much trails all the way here now to Studland. Now look at this hotel here, the Riviera. Really creepy looking. Yeah, I don't know how long it's been derelict for. Looks like something that back in the day where the British seaside holiday was all everyone could afford. I imagine that Riviera Hotel was the place to be. Now it just looks dilapidated. Shame really, but you know, what can you do? nearly at 5 miles in, just in Osmington Mills now. So this is a nice little part of the coast path that goes right through a beer garden. So we're going to go right through it now. This pub is called the Smuggler's Inn, and it's a perfect place to stop if you need a drink while you're coming along the coast path. It's not open at the moment, it's only 20 to 9 in the morning, but as you can see, absolutely beautiful place. And this is the coast path going right through it. So if ever you find yourself on this stretch of coast, why not stop and have a beer? It's definitely worth the walk. Look at that. You cannot beat that. On a sunny day, I think coastal Dorset is as beautiful as anywhere in the world. You've got all this greenness around. You've got the sun bouncing off the water, still seas, bit of a breeze. It's just absolutely beautiful. I read an article this week that anybody who's 35 or over that signs up for a marathon or ultra marathon, can't remember exactly what it says, is going through a midlife crisis. So the ultra marathon is apparently now the sports car that used to signify a midlife crisis. Now I'm 42 years old, so 7 years over this minimum midlife crisis age. Is it a midlife crisis if you never grew up in the first place? I don't think so. Still, I'd rather be having a midlife crisis like this and doing something enjoyable in the sun, in the great outdoors, than spending 20 grand on a sports car. 20 grand, 70 grand on a sports car. Still, I know exactly what I'd rather be doing, and I'm doing it now. Just coming up to 10 miles in now, and we're at the first iconic landmark from this stretch of coast, Durdle Door. Take a look at that. Durdle Door is probably the most famous landmark from Dorset. It's probably the most photographed place. I think it's limestone archway has been carved by the sea probably millions of years ago. This place is probably one of the busiest places of this stretch of coast when it comes to the summer, and you've got probably about 1.5 miles between here and Lulworth Cove. So it's a beautiful little stretch with a nice little hill in between, but once you get to the Lulworth Cove, there's pubs, there's restaurants, there's places to chill. So if you've never been here before, take a look. It's definitely worth coming here to visit. We're now running down the steps that lead to Lulworth Cove, which you may be able to see over there. So it's a nice easy roll down the hill, and then you've got Lulworth Visitor Centre and everything down the bottom. A load of pubs, restaurants, gift shop, place to get some ice cream. So you can see they're starting to fill up already. Trying to to make sure I'm not talking when I'm running past people and running downstairs. I've already fell over once. I don't want to be face planting the floor on here, especially with another 50 plus kilometers to go. But yeah, it's getting warmer. Still a nice breeze though, so it's not too hot, but it's shaping up to be a beauty. The midday sun is about 2 hours away, so I think I can get away with not putting too much sun cream on for a little while and just taking in the sights. One of the other benefits of stopping at Lulworth is that there's a tap there as well. There's a tap on the side of the building. I think one of the most difficult things about running through a rural coast path like this, especially in the summer, is you're so far away from civilization a lot of the time. It's quite difficult to be able to fill up your drinks. So on a hot day when you're drinking more fluids, you're going to need some taps. Now in this stretch between Weymouth and Studland, there are taps at Lulworth, then there's one at Kimmeridge Bay as well, and then there's taps at Swanage. So if you're ever running along here, you never need to go more than about maybe 10 to 12 miles without a tap. So worth bearing in mind. $15 miles in, 3 hours 20 minutes. Just done the 2 worst hills that I've got to do as part of this route, and yeah, we're just leaving Warbarrow Bay, which, as you can see, is absolutely stunning. Just sat down, put some sun cream on. It's really getting warm now. Tried to eat a wrap that I'd made yesterday. Got one bite in, chewed a little bit, realised I couldn't swallow it. Absolutely disgusting. I think I'm sticking to my tailwind and my gels and my bars for now. And then maybe when I get to Swanage, might grab some chips or something, or even have a beer. Kimmeridge, only a couple of miles away. There's another tap. And then I think I'm about a third of the way there. Jackpot. Oh mate, so good. 20 to midday now. Can't really feel any breeze around here, so the sun is quite intense. Yeah, this is a lifesaver. Keep me going until Swanage, and I'll probably get another one. What a day. One of the things you'll see with the coastline around here is quite often there's a lot of landslides. Now just look at that ground there, big crack going all the way along. This could collapse at any moment. It's been like this for years. I do always have this slight nervous feeling that one day it's going to collapse when I'm running on it, but if it does, at least I'll go doing something that I enjoyed. But yeah, it's quite worrying really. Hopefully it stays here for many years to come. It's now becoming a bit of a struggle. I haven't really trained any hills for a long time, so coming and doing a 40+ mile run over the hills is probably a stupid idea, especially in this heat, but still moving. It's a struggle. I'm really glad when I do get the bits where there's a bit of breeze to cool me down, or some flat or downhill where I can jog, but the uphills in this heat now, yeah, I'm really feeling it. But it's all good training, so keep ploughing forwards. This is a bit of a tough stretch. Just coming up to St Aldham's Head. I am nearly 24 miles in, but you see, I just came down those steps, get to the bottom, to go all the way up these steps. Oh. This is not, well, I was going to say it's not fun. It is fun, it's just not easy. 25 miles in, we are now, I am now at Winspit Caves, Winspit Quarry. Look at that. It's a load of caves there. Oh, you can see somebody climbing over there as well. Abseiling. Yeah, so I think this was an old quarry, God knows how long ago. And now it's got a network of caves right underneath the coast path. And I've actually camped in these caves a couple of times. I've had a couple of people say to me that it's supposed to be haunted. I don't really believe in all of that. I didn't have any issues. But it's a quirky little place. Just past the marathon distance, at 6¼ hours so far, and over 5,000 feet of elevation. I'm not going to lie, I've really struggled in this last hour or two. I think the combination of not having trained hills for a while, and then the heat, and then having run a backyard ultra last week, doing over 100 miles. A bit further than I should have been running today, but I've got plenty of fuel on me, and Swanage is probably only about maybe 10k away, so there'll be shops there, there's taps on the seafront. I might even stop and have a beer. I feel like I need it. Still, the day is beautiful, the skies are blue, fields are green. Sounds like the start of a song. No idea what. I think I'm going a bit mental, really. Losing my marbles. Still, got to be a bit crazy to do this sort of stuff. So down there behind me is Dancing Ledge. So you got a bit of a shelf there with a it's got its own natural pool area. I've never actually been down there. There's quite a lot down there now though. Looks like it always gets quite busy. Feeling like a new man. Just stopped for a beer. Honestly, I've really struggled with this run today, but sitting down for 20 minutes and having a pint, that has sorted me out, and I think it's given me just what I need to actually push through for this final bit. I think I'm about maybe 2/3 of the way, so if it's going to be about 45 miles, I've just done 50k, but all the hills are out the way, so the rest of it should be quite easy, and there's a few pubs along the way, so this last 15 miles might end up being a bit of a pub crawl, but I'm not complaining. Now running through Swanage Bay. Look at this. I do love this town. Stinks of fish though. Oh, rank. But on a positive note, there's taps here and I can fill up my tailwind. So, energy's back. Let's do this.
Yes. Yes. I think I like it.
So now on Studland Beach, I think there's about 3 miles to go to the chain ferry. So it's probably about 1.5 miles and then a stretch of nudist beach, which I won't be filming, and then chain ferry and a nice 10-mile flat promenade run home. No more hills now, so I've done about 6,500 feet of elevation. I imagine it will stay below 7,000 by the time I get home. Yeah, still feeling good.
I think I like it. Yes.
Well, there's the chain ferry heading over towards Sandbanks, so I've got a bit of time before it's back over Studland side and I can get on it. So I'm just going to take a nice leisurely stroll just to see in these last few hundred metres of the southwest coast path. Once we get to South Haven Point, which is right over there where I get on the ferry, that's the end or start of the southwest coast path, and then the last 10 miles is just Sandbanks and Bournemouth promenade. And there it is, the end or the start. From here you can take the coast path 630 miles all the way around south coast of Dorset, south coast of Devon, Cornwall, north coast of Devon, and then Somerset until you get to Minehead. And we can see on that sign up there that 630 miles. Now that sign's new. There's no saying coast path, Berwick-on-Tweed, 950 plus miles. Never seen that before. Now that's not the southwest coast path, but will be the England coast path. I've seen quite a few new signs actually while running along it today. It's good that they're investing in the whole coast path for the country. So yeah, long may it continue. And there it is. South West Coast Path. Oh.
I think I like it.